The seventh article of evidence against Meister Eckhart can be characterized or thematically characterized as the equality of man and God. This theme really continues through all of the 15 articles of evidence that I'm going to be commenting on. Let's look at the seventh article. It reads, "Also, that he who prays for anything particular prays badly, and for something that is bad, because he is praying for the negation of good and the negation of God, and he begs that God be denied to him." Wow. Well, Meister Eckhart, the mystic, who is in communion with the Godhead. This does not mean unity. This means oneness with God. The relative being IDing with the absolute being and abiding both in relative and absolute terms. Here he discusses making God other than yourself and praying to God for, well, mercy or for blessings, for material support. He is suggesting, the mystic is suggesting, that this practice has a shadow side to it. I do not believe that he is suggesting that we do not dualistically engage God and talk with God. He is pointing to the fact, and it'll follow up in the coming articles of evidence, that this practice actually produces a separation, which can be okay. However, it can also be a blocking, a barrier to the actual communion. It can be magically conceived. Oh, I'll be good to you. This is I'll make a deal with you, and you'll give me what I want. And we enter that type of imaging of the Godhead, and that has a diluted illusional element to it, and it separates us, ironically, even as we reach out to God. It separates us because we are, if you will, in the denial of our own divinity. Get that idea? So I'll read it one more time. Those who are not, once again, also, that he who prays for anything particular prays badly, for something that is bad, because he is praying for the negation of good and the negation of God, and he begs that God be denied to him. So it has to do again with the praying for something particular. You know, please send me my soulmate. We need to watch that. Again, because it has a shadow effect. The organization of God as more powerful than you, and the provider of all fulfillment, and you in a very different, impoverished, subordinated condition, separates us from God. The mystic reminds us that God and the first being, ourselves, the relative being, is one and the same, an indivisible whole, absolute and relative, horizontal. We're, if you will, and the same status. Quite a remarkable thought, isn't it? And not something that we have been ever taught. The anxiety about us becoming inflated it has obstructed this teaching, where the church, and the Meister Eckhart, by the way, is the Orthodox Church, different than most clergy. He is encouraging us to realize Christ, same as Buddha, come to realize the God that is the divine God that is yourself, your authentic self. Let's go on, and we'll go to the 8th article in the next video. Hang in there. Thank you.